182 meters tall and decorated with 12,000 uniquely crafted bronze panels, India's 50-story Statue of Unity is a triumph of aesthetics and engineering. How did they do it? Can it really withstand earthquakes? And how will its appearance change over the coming decades? Indian statesman and independence activist Vallabhbhai Patel is nicknamed the Iron Man of India for his incredible nation-building work, uniting all 562 independent princely states on the subcontinent after the British abruptly peaced out in the 1940s. The statue was commissioned to celebrate Patel's monumental achievement. Some 100 million farmers are said to have participated. Forms the foundation of the statue. The statue itself stands at 182 meters tall, and that's no accident. 182 was chosen because that's the number of seats on the Gujarati legislature. It's constructed on a river island near where Patel grew up, facing the mighty Narmada Dam. Funding for the project came from a variety of sources, mostly the Gujarat government, but also private donations. In total, it's estimated the cost amounted to almost $400 million. New York firm Michael Graves Architecture and Design was hired to oversee the project, along with the Singapore-based Mainhardi Group and Indian infrastructure giant Larsen & Toubro. Some 4,076 labourers worked alongside 250 engineers for 57 months on the project, laid the foundation on the 31st of October 2013, what would have been Patel's 138th birthday. The hillock on which the statue stands was flattened, from 70 meters to just 55 meters, in order that the foundations could be laid. Of the many thorny engineering problems that had to be overcome, the most striking related to the statue's so-called slenderness ratio. What that basically means is that tall structures should ideally be more slender at the top than at the bottom. Engineers decided the best way to solve this problem was to create two separate concrete cores, the same kind of core you'll have seen 100 times on skyscraper construction sites. These cores incorporate around 210,000 cubic meters of cement and concrete, 6,500 tons of structural steel, and 18,500 tons of reinforced steel. Working in Gujarat's hot climate created challenges for the concrete pour team, who needed to use an assortment of chiller systems to keep the all-important coarse aggregate element of the concrete cool enough to set evenly. Light shafts are concealed within each core for ferrying tourists up to the observation gallery, where up to 200 delighted sightseers can gaze out over the Narmada Dam and hundreds of acres of manicured grounds through strategically concealed rips in Patel's dhoti. Further up the cores are twin 250-ton tuned mass dampers. Thanks to those dampers, the structure can withstand quakes of up to 6.5 on the Richter scale to a depth of 10 kilometers and a radius of 12 kilometers away. The panels are designed to overlap slightly and prevent the transmission of stress throughout the structure. The skin alone, by the way, weighs over 2,000 tons, and each panel is unique, requiring a clever tagging and numbering system to avoid confusion and delay on site. Within 11 days of the unveiling, on what would have been Patel's 143rd birthday, some 128,000 tourists had visited the site, more than the Statue of Liberty managed in the same time frame. The total number of visitors currently stands at around 6 million. Many argue it's an overpriced boondoggle, and the money would have been better spent addressing local poverty. Over its projected 100-year lifespan, Patel's mammoth likeness will gradually turn green owing to the composition of its metal. And locals have wasted no time centering festivals around the giant statue, like impressive light shows involving powerful lasers.